with Muthoni Nyuguto for 3 Amishi, that is Dr. Ojwang, Duncan Ojwang, Dr. Linda Musumba, and Dr. John Osogo Ambani. I propose to use 20 minutes and seek extension if necessary, and leave 10 minutes to my learned junior Muthoni Nyuguto. The documents we have filed are written submissions dated the 22nd of June this year with 2 annexures. Digest of authorities dated the 22nd of June this year. Bundle of authorities dated 22nd June this year, all 3 bound in green. 4, proposed Amishi brief adopted by High Court, which appears on page 1072 of the AG's record, volume 3. Finally, written submissions dated 9th March this year with 2 annexures appearing at page 1016 in volume 3 of the AG's record. Those are our documents. If it may please the court, constitutions exist to limit the exercise of authority, and this does not appear to be understood or taken into consideration by the executive in Kenya, and indeed by many state entities and state officers. And it is clear to me that modern dictators, especially in Africa, are using the constitution or constitutional amendments as a special purpose vehicle to claw away on civil liberties and democratic gains. And we have examples all around us, even in the sub-region, where extension of presidential terms through constitutional amendments have been happening. The point I'm making, my lords, is that while pretending to observe the Constitution, the political elite will use amendments, constitutional amendments, to ensure that they extend their stay in power and concentrate power in their hands. It is our humble submission that this is a consideration that this court ought to put in mind when evaluating this case. The Constitution of Kenya 2010 recognized the danger of this behavior by the political elite. And if you look at the history, which is the CKRC report attached to the Attorney General's record and has been cited page 74 to 76, you will see the fears Kenyans had in the making of the Constitution, that the political elite would mess with the 2010 Constitution much more